Hi, I'm Patrick Rosenkranz. I'm the author of Rebel Vision's The Underground Comix Revolution. Over the years, I've accumulated some really thorough files on the underground cartoonists. Correspondence and notes and photographs and sketches and interviews and articles. I've got all my comic books alphabetized from Amazon to 00. I've collected as much information as I can about this subject. This book, Rebel Visions, is the culmination of all my research and thinking and writing about underground comics.
In 1958, I was a student at the University of Texas and started working for a student humor magazine there, Texas Ranger. I was supposed to be studying history, but in fact the humor magazine was my main course of study, and that's all I've ever done the rest of my life. I lived in Los Angeles for a while. I did Wonder Warthog comics for Drag Cartoons, and then we did a couple of numbers, Wonder Warthog Quarterly. I first met Robert Crumb in New York in 1969. That was the days of the Gothic Blimp Works and the East Village Other, and I was doing pages once a week for them.
What was it like to peddle your first Zap comics on the street corners of San Francisco? Oh, it was a lot of fun. It was really a gas, a real blast. And we were only charging $0.25, so it was no big deal. Hoping that enough people would like it so that I could somehow get to the point of earning a living doing it, I suppose, doing comics. What made it so popular in those days was that it spoke for a lot of people's visions that they had inside their head about life. They would see things as these cartoons kind of fitted that vision, so it caught a lot of people's imagination.
One of the last posters I did was in the form of a comic strip. I did the poster so that it looked like the front page of Sunday Funnies. And then Robert Crumb had seen my Family Dog comic strip poster on Haight Street and found out how to get in touch with me. And I came home one day and there was Crumb was sitting on my front porch. He said he was going to publish Zap as a periodical, and he wanted me to come on board and join up and ask if I knew of any other artists that were working in a cartoon format. That's how Victor and I wound up in the comics. Posters were over. Comics hadn't emerged yet because Zap was really the forerunner.
Well, I read The East Village Other when I was a student at Columbia in New York, and I loved the Sunshine Girl and Trash Man and Mr. Natural, and I was hooked, and I wanted to see more.
It was the perfect vehicle for you know, an early cartoonist. I mean, it really suited my purposes well because I could do, you know, whatever I wanted and get paid for it, you know, which is impossible in the straight comic thing at the time. Comics really helped to sell newspapers. I mean, there's no getting around that some people just will buy a newspaper just to see a comic strip. And I mean, the strips that we were doing really, you know, like helped the circulation of evil.
The underground cartoonists changed comics forever, made comics a medium for adults again.
You know, the thing that really sums it up is those little dirty comic books. Those little dirty comics, the underground comics, for the first time artists would put their name on photography. Everything up to then had been a form of entertainment for a liberal, advanced, abstract audience. But when we got into those things, we were going for the juggler vein. We were just seeing how absurdly improper can you get before the authorities have to hunt you down. You know, now you look at it and it's nothing. It's nothing now, you know. But boy, in the late 60s and early 70s, that stuff was just really hot potato. You know, you just didn't show those to everybody.
The covers were done before the story. In fact, both the front and back covers are modifications of tarot cards. The front is strength. There's a woman opening a lion's mouth, both quieting it and urging it to speak, calming it down, civilizing it. And on the back cover, the boogeyman is actually the Virgin Mary unmasked, at least my version of it. I had a demonic vision of her that stemmed from my demonic vision of woman. I don't think I could have done the book, have gotten the strength to break some of the taboos unless I had seen the cover repeatedly throughout that 6-month period, assuring me that it was all therapy, that it was all conscious effort to get at the root of some of these problems.
Underground comics have influenced media in so many ways: television, movies, other books. If it weren't for the underground comics movement, there wouldn't be the alternative comics, the graphic novels. There wouldn't be the loosening of taboos on television and other media. So they were one of the most important art movements of the 20th century.